All right, everybody, we are live. And it's just me to start out right now because Darren will be joining us in a few minutes. He got a call about 15 minutes ago from one of our adopted kids who needs help with a letter, and so it's kind of that equivalent of Mom, Dad, I have a science fair project due tomorrow. I need help, you know, that kind of thing. Because that's what I said when he got off the phone. Is it one of those? So yeah, once he's done with that, he will be joining us, especially because he's got a birthday present that came in the mail today. So I told him, I said, well, we're gonna save that one and let him open it, during the service, so we can all hear, and I'll even see if I can turn the camera around so we can see his reaction. So that'll be coming up, in just a bit. So yeah, and I see there's some folks having dinner, and sarcastic having a headache today. So that's a bummer. Um, isn't your birthday coming up? Because if so, we need to wish you a happy one. Um, but Darren's birthday was Monday, and we did tape some things actually on his birthday for the Patreon, and tape some things for the Kemetic how-to guide. I'm editing that. That should be ready for all of my Patreon peeps. Um, should be hopefully on Monday, and so then at on next Friday it'll be ready for everyone. So good stuff going on there, but we're just gonna we'll give Darren a break from the cool waters today because it's so cold out right now. We're gonna freeze the poor thing to death. But we'll get him next time. So, um, um, there's one birthday today. So whose birthday is it? One eye, is it yours? Because if so, then we will have to, wish happy birthday to some folks. Now, the theme for this evening is we're honoring Neith and the god Heka, because Heka is like Ma'at. It's both a concept and personified as a deity. And Heka is, when pictured as a deity, it's a male god with holding two wavy snakes in his hands that are sort of like wands. So eventually I'm going to do some artwork of that, but for the meantime, I have a candle that I wrapped with ribbons in four different colors and inscribed one of them with his name. So that's representing him until until I make some artwork for him. Now, Hika, of course, we invoke him at the beginning of service, when we invoke the four virtues of Ra, for such as your ability. Hika being, of course, uh, personifying magical power, but I think ability uh, is a better way to put it, because we tend to think of magic, in our society as um, fancy tricks and smoke and dust and mirrors and all that stuff. No, um, if you recall in the instructions for Mary Ra, he said that Ra gave humankind Hika to ward off the blow of events, to ward off what might happen. It is um, power and protection, and that's why we call it ability. But it could also be personified as a child of Neith, who is a creatress in her own right, and especially as uh, the mistress of the town Sais. That's the Greek form of the name. That's why on the calendar for today it is the feast of Neith and Heka, the child of Sais. That is, uh, her child in her hometown, or her patron town of Sais. And we're also honoring Bast because we didn't get to Bastapalooza last week, so we're going to include her this week. So that's what we're doing. Um, oh, okay, someone in the server, yeah. But oh, okay, that's right. Oh, so it's Mary Draw's birthday. We'll definitely have to wish her a happy birthday. But yeah, and as for was he worshipped? Well, not in all areas necessarily, but you know, that doesn't mean that there wasn't an observance locally. Again, with Sais, because that's a town in the Delta, there's not a whole lot surviving from the town itself. A lot of what we know actually comes from the temple in Esna, which was sort of like a sister city and recorded the calendar and feast days because they did things reciprocally. And that's how we know a lot of what we do. So Hika might have been, worshipped as a deity there. But again, there's, for everything that we do have a record of and that we do know, there's untold amounts that just haven't survived. So we're a lot of what we do is basically, educated guesswork. But especially when you do it and it feels like it makes sense, it feels right. You follow your instinct, and we may never know how close we are with some of this. So that's what makes it interesting. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started, and the door is partly open, and so Darren will be joining us, at some point, and we'll have him open his gift. So. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Yahweh. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. And even I'll tell you, yeah, that water is cold. So Darren he's doing a good deed, and that's why he got out of it today. Because it barely got above freezing, down here today. And yesterday, I actually took a picture of our duck Indiana standing on the frozen surface of her outside kiddie pool. So that's how cold it's been. So yeah, we'll give him double waters next time. All right. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes. till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes.
Receive the light.
Yes. The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now, and will be with us in the future, and has joined us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
We'll light our candle for Heka, the child of Sais. And for Mama Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing to all those who need it. Okay, oh, good. And you know what? We'll light this candle for Mahas, just in case. So we invoke him to protect against severe weather. And it's going to be spring soon enough down here. So we ask him to protect everyone who's in the way of storms. You arise in the Akhetis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Heka goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Neith, the mistress of Sais, and your son, Heka, the child of Sais, and Bastet. Hail and praise unto you, O Unachuru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, cast out Uspet. May you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Unachuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood of Unachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you, and it takes its place upon your hands. Oh, you're not true. We give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Hold on, I'm going to close that door just a little more. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O you know true. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Also have herbs and seeds this time. And related to that, the gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We filled the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, Neith, Heka, Bastet. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. And of course, down here where I am in an extreme southern latitude, it'll be time to start planting relatively soon. So I have some seeds on offer because Neith is addressed as the one who makes fertile the seeds of gods and men, and makes that might extend to the fertility of the seeds of the land, as well. So we ask her to bless us this year, whenever we start in our gardening endeavors. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Neith, mistress of Sais, and Heka of Sais, and Bastet within their house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horeketi, for Neith, Heka, Bastet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Neith, O Heka, O Bastet. Come to your bodies, O Yunachru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your Heka, your honor, and your Ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Let's see if I can slip that in here, maybe. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Neith, Heka, Bastet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Horketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu, Nebkeperura. Your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Okay. Okay. Hold on. And now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Orechta henket kakao dus in the Shermahat, Hutnibet no Frawaberach had no Shrim, Kaanaku Punibu, Macharnibu Hernachra. A voice offering bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true voice before the great God. And I'm sure they might, on some level, find it unlikely, but the wonderful rabbi that we go to the Seder that they have every year, and she knows I'm Kemetic and likes to joke with me. Well, her mother passed away this week, and so and I know her mother had been, sick for a long while, and she was, very concerned about, taking care of her. And so we want to remember Rabbi Jonah's, I think Booby is, that's how her kids knew her. But she has a lot of folks that, are not even Jewish, but know and care, so. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Chuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cow shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law eternally. This fet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth for such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly with temperance for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Alrighty. So a little something for Neith who goes forth. Hail unto you, O Neith the Great, Mistress of Sais, in your going forth, Lady of Life who opens the ways, Eye of Ra which has no equal. You go forth from your house in the 4 hours of night, in the month of Rechnages, to perform your secret rites. For yours is the power to clear all paths. Yours is the power to move all obstacles. Yours is the power to destroy the evil one. Mistress of the East, Mistress of the West, Mistress of the North, Mistress of the South, heaven and earth are under your command. Holy Mother who gives all life, protect us, O Neith, as you protect your son Ra. For Our Lady, Bastet. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, Daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, Mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows. You slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the Shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, Mistress of perfume, Mistress of joy. O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. Oh. You know what? I'm going to toss a question out there because I know that there are some folks here in my in the chat that have both my books and Richard Reedy's books, including that big thick one that we reviewed last year. I don't recall offhand if there is anything to address to Heka in it. I don't think so, but if there happen to be, somebody let me know because I can dig the book out and we could read something. But he's another of those deities that there isn't a whole lot surviving. You'd have to kind of glean references in order to put something together. But we honor him certainly as one of the virtues of Ra every service. But, maybe do ancient Egyptian inspired makeup because fun. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Up where you guys are sarcastic. Yeah, 90-day growing season. Yeah. And actually, Rebecca, you can do container farming like on the porch. Um, and that's neat that you planted some dragon fruit seeds. Now, what are you asking about Heka and Hecate? Because there really isn't a connection between Heka and Hecate. If I assume, if I'm understanding you correctly, the goddess Hecate, who is kind of a liminal goddess, and connected with crossroads and the underworld and transitioning back and forth. Little bit different from Heka as a deity in Egyptian stuff, and you have to keep in mind that while the names in English might sound similar, in the original languages they might have been a little different. I've actually heard of basically a false etymology. Somebody saying that trying to connect Horus via hero and the word hero, and those are not connected. I hate to burst somebody's bubble online, Imagine that. But that's an etymology based on how the name is rendered. Even trying to go from Horus and work backwards to what the Egyptian was. Hero or Heru, and the word hero are not connected. So there's lots of fake etymologies out there, but
maybe there's a horizon.
Huh?
Maybe the word horizon.
I don't know. I find finding crazy things on the internet. How about that? Or in books, and we kind of talked about that a little bit with the book about Sekhmet. That had a lot of different contributors, and there was one that tried to connect the Egyptian name Sekhmet with a West African word Sekhemi, or something like that. And the reason why these etymologies don't work is because just to translate the names into English, you're sometimes having to switch like H's and other consonants that simply don't exist in English. And so you're losing some information that way. And then, you're trying to plug it into something else, and you have to ask, well, would there be any reason for there to be loan words, going back and forth in the first place? And so it's like it's really getting into the weeds, but um, that's the internet for you. But and actually, the thing with the one snake around the staff of Asclepius there is one possibility that that's actually connected to a Mesopotamian deity named Ningishzida. And Ningishzida was another liminal deity that could go back and forth between, the underworld and, the land of the living, and has a staff with wings and I believe serpents. There's a whole thing about a trans-Tigridian snake deities. That's some deep geek stuff when you get into Assyriology. And yes. So if Asclepius is going to be connected to a Middle Eastern deity, it would probably be Ningishzida. Mm. Oh, well, hello, Raging Wolf. Parentheses, sleep deprived. If you're not sleep deprived right now, but hello and welcome. Oh, and but you. But oh, and hail Bastet, thank you for helping me find my cat when he was lost. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad your kitty came home. So yeah, and hoping that Darren will be wrapping up soon with our adopted, getting his letter. He's trying to get some stuff straightened out with insurance because he'd had that motorcycle wreck back in October. And yeah, the hospital's after him for about $19K. So he's trying to wrangle with insurance. So certainly we can could say some prayers on his behalf. And some prayers for everyone who needs it. And also I lost a patron who had been one of my top tier patrons for a long time. And my first thought is, are they okay? Did something happen where they had to cancel their membership because, it was an extra expense or something like that, and so, or is it, do I need to, is there something on my end that I need to take care of? But I want to extend some prayers for them too. And I believe they were a devotee of Bast. And so, I want to ask her to take care of them. And hopefully things will be brighter for them, and they'll be able to come back and see more cool stuff. Because I appreciate all of my peeps. Of all the different things that you can blow money on, you choose to spend it here. And I really appreciate that. So. Oh goodness, Lisa G, my best friend, died last fall in the hospital. Is going after his partner for 100K. Um, goodness. Oh goodness, and I had to step out. Well, I guess just mark it at about the 30 to 35 minute part, and that's where I'm of the video, and that's where I'm telling you about Heka, Hecate, and then Gishzida. And yes, I definitely want to extend condolences, Lisa, because my best friend from high school died of COVID in 2021, and actually, I've been tapped to do a slideshow for our 30th reunion, which will be next month, and so I'm, excuse me, making sure that she will be seen, in our videos. But I hope that some things get straightened out and that your friend's partner doesn't get stuck on the hook for that, because that's there's no reason for it to be that much. And I don't know if the charity Help Hope Live would be applicable in that case. Now, anybody else that's stuck with medical bills and or things like that, um, what they do is it's sort of like GoFundMe, only they make sure that you don't get taxed, or lose your benefits or something if your fundraising is actually successful. So, they've been helping people do that since before there was a thing, like GoFundMe. Um, but I hope that your friend's partner can get out of that, because there's no need for that. But let's say some prayers for everybody, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull our fortune for everyone, because we had some really interesting ones last week, and we'll see what's in store for us this week. Oh, and it was the cutest thing earlier today. I let our duck Indiana. She's in her crib right now, sleeping, but she was very active earlier today, and I found her here in the study, sitting on the floor in front of the shrine. She wasn't facing it directly, but she was in here like she was comfortable, and I thought it was the most darling thing. So we sat in here and we said a prayer for a minute, and then she pooped, and so I had to clean it up and take her back out front. May you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as righteous ones who set you in our hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ear to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. All right. So let us read our fortune. And this is for everyone. So we have folks that tune in. And actually, I heard from someone earlier today that they, because of the time zone they're in, they can't catch us live, but they watch after the fact. And so they always enjoy our broadcast. So this fortune is for you too. A loved one's trust is a bond that should be cherished. A loved one's trust is a bond that should be cherished. So that is our words of wisdom this week. And I think that means, in part, don't take that for granted and don't abuse it. A loved one's trust is a bond that should be cherished. But
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you made it.
Everybody still there?
Yeah. And okay, got some Discord cookies. And Crick's in the Discord requests a prayer to keep their job, and Ori requests a prayer for his doggy Dolly because she's been having medical issues. Yeah, you're getting highs and happy birthdays already. So were y'all able to put something together?
Yeah.
Awesome. We definitely want to extend some prayers for Ori, for his dog Dolly. May Sekhmet grant Dolly healing, and may Anapu grant healing as well to his servant. Because we all know how special pets are and what they do for us. They're not just there for the lulls. They pull their weight too, just by being a source of love and joy every day. So, and what was that other request? Request prayer to keep their job. Oh,
Amen.
Goodness. Yeah.
I'm saying that prayer every single day. Trust me.
Yeah. There are a lot of people, and that's why when I lost a long time patron, I'm concerned. Did something happen to their job? Is there something going on with them? And so, all we can do is ask the gods to take care of us.
I want to give thanks to those of you who help us out.
Yeah.
And I also want to ask that you continue to help us out, because in this day and time, every little bit helps,
Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but I know they kept telling us, and I've got the other fortune sitting right here, that come July and August, and this fall, some things are going to be better. So we've just got to hang in there. It's going to be, kind of murky between now and then. But and thank you for that super sticker.
We love you guys.
Happy birthday. Yeah. And okay, so yours is on Wednesday. Sarcastic. I thought your birthday was coming up. So
happy birthday, Sarcastic.
Okay.
Not sarcastic.
Yes. And Ashley, thank you. What up? I love it. Okay, sarcastic. Quick, get the waters. I tell you what. Before
we better we better do the waters first.
Okay, I'll tell you, they're cold.
I know they are.
That's
what these super stickers are for. Are all 15 of them, right?
Okay. He's doing this for you guys.
I love you, man.
So these cool waters will get on your hands and purify you. Stephanie purifies us. Okay. Our purity is upon our hands. Within our hearts.
It's below freezing down here. It's like in the low 20s, and I know some of you up north are laughing.
There you go.
Look. The wind chill day before yesterday was 7 degrees. And for those of you who aren't in the mountains, that's cold. I'm keeping my language to myself, Yamanu. And those who know me know I'm exercising a
Great
thunderous
restraint.
amount of restraint.
Yeah. Okay.
You
His
ass.
head is full of a lot of
you
things
were-
right now.
I tell you what, the language is all on the Patreon exclusives for this month. Yeah, because I do have outtakes up. I have the exclusive video up, and I have a little something for all the paid members.
This lady's been working hard. I never get to see her.
Well, yeah, you do. But
And by the
hello.
way, as grateful as we are for our paid members, I just want y'all to know, if every member we had contributed $1, there's no telling what we can do. So yes, thank you for the super stickers, but $1 would go a long way too. So thank you. Consider that.
Yeah. Now, in the meantime, I've saved this. This is for you.
Okay, this is for me,
Yeah.
and we don't know who from.
A member, an anonymous angel.
Okay, an anonymous angel,
Yeah.
a member of the church. So thank you in
Yeah.
advance.
So, all right. Now, how do you want to do this? Do you want to come forward, or you want?
You're gonna have to turn it toward me.
All right. I'll tell you what. So, guys, I'm gonna just watch out because I'm gonna turn the camera around for a second.
Everybody get vertigo.
Yeah. Okay. There you go, Darren.
Hey everybody,
Yeah,
how's
yes.
it going?
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you all so very much.
Yeah, and you get to see some of my stuff. Well, actually, one of my awards is on the wall behind him for Half-Ass Kingdom Parental Guidance because it won at a film festival, and I put it up on the wall. But right now, we're seeing what you got.
It's a bag.
Oh, here, you want me to?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little help with that. Dexterity can be an issue.
Oh, Kemetic museum replicas. Oh, there's a little card in here.
You might have to read it to me because I don't have my reading glasses.
Hope you like it. Have a lovely day. This is from the artist that made this.
Okay.
So, and it's tied with a little bow. Oh wow! So you've got.
Oh my god!
It's a Jed column.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm sorely tempted
to
put that on the same chain as my father's cross.
Wow!
This is gorgeous.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I need to bring that real quick where Yamani can see it because he's on the different camera.
Please put that on the main camera too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
okay. Well.
Thank you so much. To say I'm touched wouldn't even come close. Thank you.
Okay, let me yes, a little bit of vertigo again, guys, while I go and adjust this back to there we go.
Whee!
Yeah. Okay. But yay. That's really nice.
Incidentally, that's only the third piece of jewelry I own.
Yeah, and I think it's the first Egyptian bit of jewelry.
It's the only
Egyptian jewelry.
Egyptian jewelry I own. So thank you.
Yeah. So.
And given what the column means, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, really, I'm touched.
There you go. Okay, now let's Okay, and Aridis asked me, I have a prayer to find some more motivation and strength for school. Definitely. Oh, and by the way, thank you for the super stickers. Thanks for being you. We're gonna have to do some mad happy dances.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you wanted to see when I asked if I could hold it up to the camera, so hold on just a minute. Yeah, it's a bag. Yeah, it's an awesome office. You guys haven't seen the shelf with all the Transformers. Um, I'll have to show you guys that in a minute, but
Schwabties.
yes, I have an army of Ushabtis. But there we go. I'll use my palm as a background. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can actually.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to hold still so that the camera can stay
It's a
focused on it.
beautiful piece of gold. Thank you.
Well, it's I think it's pewter, but you know what pewter pewter rocks. Okay, I have an ankh here.
I like pewter very much.
I'm guessing it's pewter, but
like I said, I'm considering putting that on the same chain as my father's cross.
yeah, and that's special because his dad wore that cross until the yeah, and that's another thing too, and I feel like it might be useful to tell people this if you have a loved one that goes into long-term care or nursing home or something like that, you are going to have to watch their jewelry like a hawk.
Jewelry from
Yeah,
them,
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah,
someone else will.
Right. You're probably going to have to do that because, shoot, didn't your grand get her wedding ring?
Yeah,
stolen?
there was a 3-quart marquee cut diamond ring taken right off her finger, and that was supposed to go to me.
Yeah. So, it's unfortunate that happens, but be aware ahead of time.
Somebody snatched the mala you made for Wally, didn't they?
I think it got lost somehow. It might have gotten taken. So yeah, but and the thing is, it wasn't something like expensive. What he's talking about is I had made a set of beads. This is something nearly identical to it. I made my own set, and these here are they're just ceramic beads and some glass beads in different sizes. And I had made one like this for Wally after he had his stroke, because I was thinking, well, it could be something with all the different sizes and weights. It might be a bit of therapy for him, and so I guess maybe it looks expensive. I don't know, but it ended up disappearing. So, it's unfortunate that these things happen. But okay, the first one that we have is Kit Fox, and then Sebekekaway. So,
thank you guys. We love you so much.
So, Kit Fox. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for them. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait for them. So, be proactive now. Sebekekaway. Chase your dreams with a heart full of passion. Chase your dreams with a heart full of passion.
So I've got someone in chat asking that would make a great Kemetic rosary. Do you sell them?
The mala that I showed you. I had stopped for a couple of years making Kemetic rosaries, or malas, prayer beads, and I still have a bunch of supplies, including some more like those. So I guess I'll have to get back onto that. I had just. To be honest with you, I had sold some things to somebody in NoHo and got some vindictive reviews, and had stopped doing that for a while. I need to get back to it. So next up is Ashley Spradley asking from Bast, and then Katie asking from Bast and from Set. So Ashley. Ashley, your positive thoughts are powerful magnets for success. Your positive thoughts are powerful magnets for success. So keep using those magnets. Okay, and so that's for Ashley, and then for Katie, Bast, and then of course Set peeking in back there. Anticipate the achievements that await you. Anticipate the achievements that await you. I think there's a very strong message there of, in order to be successful, you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind for it. You've got to be looking for it. Don't be looking for the negative, because you'll find it. The same thing applies if you look for the positive side of things, or the upshot of something, you'll find that too. Okay, and I'll get to the Discord cookies in just a sec. We're going to pick up with Threla, then Teso Arts from Konsu. So Threla. The best things in life are worth working for. Threlo, the best things in life are worth working for.
That's either wisdom or get a job. Well, I'm not sure which one.
Well, and say the sensitivity to someone who is looking for a job because they lost one now.
Don't give up, man.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
But Threlo, in your case, it's saying, if it's worth it, it's worth working for it.
Yeah.
So
man, I wish I could tell you guys about all the times I've had to look for work and those difficulties. I mean,
yeah,
I've been there more than once.
Oh, yeah, a good deal of stress.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we've been in some crazy situations before, but Tesa Arts asks for one from Konsu. So Tesa Arts, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. So don't try to be something you're not. And something to remember in the world that we live in, full of algorithms and profiles for people and this, that, and the other. Yeah, there may be certain customer profiles or people profiles or whatever that we may fit, but nobody does it the way that you have. No one has been born in the same place in the same time and gone through the same circumstances and met them the same way that you have. So that's what makes you who you are, and the way you attack the world is not going to be the way that anyone else does.
You are 1 in 8 billion.
Yeah. Okay, so Lisa G, please, from Bast. And Heka, prayer to Heka, One Eye, prayer to Heka to aid magical practices done by those of us who are trying to look after our country. Well, may Heka work in tandem with Sia, an insight.
Always informed by my aunt.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, so Lisa G, and then Raging Wolf, parentheses, sleep deprived worm.
I will say, though,
yes,
be careful using Heka against political opponents. It's frowned upon in the books.
Yeah. But, Lisa G. Try not to step on things here. There we go. Lisa G. A loved one's presence is a comforting haven. A loved one's presence is a comforting haven. For some reason, you had asked for this from Bastet, and for some reason, I'm just imagining a kitty curling up with you. So, I hope you're getting that sense somewhere. And now, yes, Raging Wolf. Hopefully, you're not sleep deprived right now.
I am.
Huh?
I am.
Well, you're not.
Raging Wolf. It is never shameful to learn from others.
Actually, that's recommended.
It is never shameful to learn from others.
Yeah, one of the best things you can do in this life is watch somebody else make mistakes and go, you know what? I'm glad they did it because I don't got it. And I ain't gonna.
Well, also, it's not shameful to ask questions. It's not shameful to ask for help. It's not shameful to say, well, I don't know. What can you tell me?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
it's not shameful to change your mind either.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. Is that our younger?
No.
Oh.
Hey, let me call you back in a little bit, okay? You give me like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Bye.
Aloni from Sobek and from Set. And Sobek will have a feast coming up in March. But Aloni is asking for input from Sobek and for Set. Aloni, September will be a month of happiness, joy, and contentment. September will be a month of happiness, joy, and contentment. And that's part of that overall message. I think that ended up being one of our general fortunes, so consider that a reinforcement. So Aloni, you have reason for something good coming up this fall, so hang in there. And Catalina Hosa, cookie, and a prayer for my grandfather who died 2 weeks ago and whose funeral was today. It's funny, I kind of had a feeling that there were more people, when we were ringing the bell for, for loved ones, that there were multiple people, not just right. Rabbi Jana's mom, who we mentioned her. And that a Jewish rabbi's mom were remembering during a Kemetic service, but hey, We all talk about each other every spring. I don't know. But Kyle, but for Kyle, our condolences, and I know that's if their funeral was today, then that means you've had a long and emotionally exhausting day, and we've been there.
And we love you.
Yeah.
Never forget that. And your grandpa loves you. Never forget that either.
Right.
And he's with you.
Yeah. He's
Just
a part of
his memory.
Yeah. Well, he's a part of your life, and will inform your life for the rest of yours. And just think about all the things, the insights you'll get to share with him one day.
Yeah.
So try to have as many of those as you can. So wow. Funny, you got three cookies that came out.
Voicemail.
Yeah, Kyle, you got some voicemail. All right, first one. Don't worry, be happy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all right. Now, second one. Next month will bring financial abundance.
Oh, that's nice enough.
Now, there's one more. So, Kyle, hang in there. You got some voicemail. We're catching up. Keep working hard, and you'll see your goals materialize.
Why do I have a feeling every one of those was from his grandfather?
I get the same one. Yeah. So, Kyle, don't worry, be happy. Next month will bring financial abundance. Keep working hard, and you'll see your goals materialize.
He loves you.
Stacked deck.
Yeah.
He loves you. He's talking to you today.
Yeah.
Now. And that also tells me he was very strong.
Yeah.
Continues to be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next is Nathaniel N. from Heru, please. And so we're switching to the other side over here. Nathaniel. A new adventure will lead to exciting experiences. A new adventure will lead to exciting experiences. And I get the feeling that this is going to be like a spring thing. If somebody says, "Hey, what the hey, let's do this," go for it. It'll be fun.
I mean, unless you're taking, measles, with bologna sandwiches or something. Go for it.
God. Yeah, don't lick any doorknobs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
and don't let anybody sneeze on you.
But anyway, no. Spring break. Do something fun. Yes, and a new adventure. Will lead to exciting experiences. But
take a stick with you and keep people away.
Yeah. So one I asked for a cookie from Jehuti, and how do I successfully put in time and work to finish a novella? Thanks in advance. I can tell you, having written many books, including novels, if I may add a little bit, and then Jehuti's going to add something as well, but the world we live in is anti-writing because you've got phones and ding and this and that, and I realize I'm saying this as a lot of people around the world are tuning into me on a phone, or other device right now. And that's good. That's what we're here for. It's what we're doing right now, but everything in its time and place. And for writing, you're going to have to find that quiet time to just start. And me, I start writing by hand. I'm old school that way, but of course, as pagans, writing in a grimoire or something, we're kind of the last bastion of people that still read books, because so much of the world is thinking, oh, we don't need books, we can just glean what we need on the internet and cherry pick it. No. The funny thing is, I was reading that there was a point in time when people considered it the proper thing to do if you were educated, to have a book of commonplaces, is what they called it. And this was in like 1700s or so. If you were educated, you had your book of commonplaces where you would write down the cool things that you read in other books. And that's actually rather similar to what we do with a grimoire or a book of shadows, or that kind of thing. A book of Heka. Since we're talking about Heka. So, and you're learning more by reading it and then writing it out by hand. So, that's my advice, and I bet, Jehuti would say something similar. But let's consult the cookies and see what he says. Oh, and you got voicemail as well, one eye. So, now don't worry, we have plenty of cookies if we run out. November is a time for gratitude and reflection. It also happens to be NaNoWriMo, but I'm going to tell you, if you want to be successful, don't wait for NaNoWriMo.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's the worst month to try writing, because you've got, major holidays and stuff coming up, and, that tends to be anti-writing. But you have another one eye. Let there be magic in your smile and firmness. Let there be magic in your smile and firmness in your handshake. So, when you're meeting other people and dealing with other people, be enthusiastic and be forthright.
Right. Don't doubt yourself. Go for it.
Yeah. Don't be genuine. Don't hold back.
Remember, they're lucky to meet you, and you need to act like it.
That's a great way to look at it. Yes, November is a time for gratitude and reflection. And it's like I said, don't try to be writing the novella then. Start before then, and let November be the month that you look back and read what you've written.
I was born in November.
Okay, and Sarana asking for a fortune. And Sarcastic is asking about, do I keep the water outside? Actually, no. I keep the water on a shelf near the door in this room. So it stays there. And so it's the ambient temperature of the room. That's why.
Now, the ambient temperature of the room may be 67 degrees.
Yeah, so that's probably what it is.
That's how things would have done it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Sarcastic is also suggesting a new Patreon video, just a compilation of all the swear words you wanted to say during service. Well, actually, I do.
That would be like 15 minutes long straight.
Actually, no. I do have in the outtakes. I think it's the outtakes for July. There's one where we were outside doing the cool waters, and it was you and me and Morgan. And you were like, freaking out, and then I'm like, Morgan, come over here, and he had his little reaction. So yeah, it's in it's in one of the outtakes.
I realize now there are people that just want a reel of me suffering. That's cool. Make them pay for it. $25 a month.
All right, hold on. So we're doing Sarana, and then Gabriel, and then Raging Wolf. You should have yours. And Tim here, when your phone went off, was like, I just went to Tatooine for a second. Yeah. Okay, so Katie had to check out. And Alona, I think I'm going to go to sleep now. Good night.
Love you.
And Mary Buckwood's hanging in there. You're all the way in England. We definitely need to make sure.
Mary, thank you. Love you. Big hugs.
Yeah, and be. Yeah. So let's try to get. Oh,
Yes.
yes, I read
Looks
this.
like
I love
everyone's
trans.
leaving.
Huh?
Looks like one-eyed heathen's leaving.
Yeah. Okay. So yes. All right. So Sarana, and then Gabriel, asking Anubis or Bast. So Sarana. Sarana, your future will be a source of light in your life. Your future will be a source of light in your life. Tomorrow is always Kepri, Lord of Transformation. Keep that in mind. Now, Gabriel asked for Anubis and Bast if they had anything to share. Yeah, we're going to scroll back to get to the Discord fortunes, so that our folks that are burning way past the midnight oil can get theirs. A loving smile is a ray of sunshine. Now we've gotten quite a few of those. The things dealing with loved ones, tonight, because there was that one, and Darren, you weren't there, but the main one that we got said, a loved one's trust is a bond that should be cherished. And so Gabriel yours says, a loved one's smile is a ray of sunshine. So I think there's definitely a message of take care of each other. Take care of your loved ones. Start with them, but hang in there, because things are going to get better. As Mama Chan used to say, somehow, some way. Like I said, Mary Twepaway from the Jackals, and then B. And so, all right. Embrace each day with an open heart and a keen eye for opportunities. So, Mary Twepaway, embrace each day with an open heart and a keen eye for opportunities. I think another reason why we might be getting some things to deal with loved ones is Venus is going to go into retrograde in a week or so. And of course, if you count the shadow periods, it's starting now. And Venus retrograde is supposed to be when, old flames, people that, were in your past suddenly turn back up, or, things like that tend to happen. Who knows? So, an interesting theme there. But yes, for B. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. So B, life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, don't try to think it out, just do it. Some things you can't, think about in the abstract, you just gotta try it. And don't worry if something isn't working out, it's a lesson. You're still working on it. You're still learning. So go easy on yourself. Mm-hmm. Yes, thankfully no trolls. Now I will say this: I do. The last one that we got, there was, and I wouldn't even call it a troll. We had somebody a couple of weeks ago that disagreed with us. Folks asking for set during a service when we were honoring Horus, and if I understand correctly, there is a an Afrocentric form of Kemeticism that I've the only bits that I know about are when people come in and they ask questions, and I don't know where to go look to read the specifics of it, but it's kind of a take on the whole thing with Isis and Osiris and Horus, and Set is the evil figure, the absolute evil figure in that interpretation. And we draw from more myths than just the myth of kingship, but I want to at least be aware of these things so that when people come and they ask questions, I can answer intelligently, rather than just come out and say, oh well, no, we don't do that. Well, I want to know where they're coming from so that I can again answer intelligently. So absolutely, you're most welcome, B. Let me make sure that I scroll back and get our Discord folks. Alrighty. And sarcastic, I'm sure you're wanting to include yourself in that. And by the way, I know it's been an hour and 20 minutes, so if anyone needs to head out because it's late, just know that we love you. We're glad you are here, and all our prayers for a good week ahead. Being safe and well, and joining us again next Friday. And let's see. Next Friday we're going to be honoring Capri and Ra sailing in Yunu, and then we're going to be it's going to be observing something a little bit early because that usually falls on like March 3rd or so, but that's going to be during the weekend. So we'll do it the Friday before. So let's go ahead and get our Discord cookies, starting with Ori and then Love Deluxe. And let's see him. I'm gonna do it this way because I might have just enough here. So for Ori, and prayers of love and healing for Ori's puppy. Because no matter how old they are, they're still your puppy. Perseverance is the key to success. So for Ori, perseverance is the key to success. And for Love Deluxe, one who laughs at oneself will not be laughed at by others. So for Love Deluxe, one who laughs at themselves will not be laughed at by others. So that was for Love Deluxe. Next is Lud. Your aspirations will have a chance to be realized. Your aspirations will have a chance to be realized. So that's for Lud. Okay, next is Alex, then Sun, Daylight, and Mythwood. Okay, yeah, we will these unless I want to go with our little wisdom fortunes. Oh wow. Alex got a cookie that's empty. So Alex is the cookie. You are the cookie. Next is Sun. Embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. For San, embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. Okay, Daylight. And then we'll pull one from the wisdom stuff for Mythwood. For Daylight, a happy heart leads to a happy life. A happy heart leads to a happy life. Follow your heart and follow the feast day. Forget worry. So for Daylight, a happy heart leads to a happy life. And now for Mythwood, I kind of wonder if Indiana was trying to shuffle these for me today. If so, then we'll say she helped. Oh, goodness. Oh, and I hate to do this to you, Sarcastic, because I pulled one for Mythwood, and it's kind of a long one. If you desire that your way of life be blameless, keep yourself far from every evil. Guard yourself against the blemish of greediness. But I think let's keep it to, if you desire that your way of life be blameless, keep yourself far from every evil. So that's for Mythwood. And we'll do our last call for wisdom, y'all.
Would you like a cookie as well?
Alrighty. Or well, we're doing these now. Now there will be plenty of cookies next week. I just have to go out front and get the big box and then reload it. So
all right, that's fine.
Yeah, and see, actually, I have plenty of them now because I had asked the guy at the local Korean mart if he had any. I've been asking every time I went in. I was gone for a while, and I finally come back, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I finally got a box of cookies. You want it?" And so I said, "Well, better buy it, because I don't want to, to say no would have been like kind of welching on that. And I didn't want to do that. I'd asked for them. I was going to get them, so now I have 2 boxes." So we should be stocked up through to Wep Pet. So Sarcastic. Shepherd the people, the cattle of God, for it is for their sake he created heaven and earth. Shepherd the people, the God's cattle, for it is for their sake that he created heaven and earth. And you do some of that work by being one of our moderators. So, don't think that what you're doing is not valuable. It is. And Yamano, I'll get yours, and then we'll wrap up. More important are the hissings of the snake than the braying of the donkey. Now, keep in mind, a snake is not going to be as loud as a donkey. So don't worry about the loud stuff. Worry about the small warnings. More important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey. So, Yamanu, that one was yours. Okay, and then Zabela, you're saying, sorry, I'm late. We had our eldest cat return to Bast, and we've been somewhat disconnected. And I'm really sorry. Her name was Penny. And, it's been almost 2 months since we lost Yotsuba. And, so I've been where you are recently. And even when they die of old age, it's still hard because that was a part of your life. That was a chapter of it. And you just miss them because they're part of your day every day. And Indiana is 13 in April, which has got to be pushing some kind of record, certainly for her breed. And, I'm just grateful for every day that she's still with us. But I know that one day I'm going to be exactly where you are again. So it's just, part of being a pet owner and, having that commitment with us. So we understand. And, hugs to you, Zabalin, because, as animal lovers, you got a lot of folks here who appreciate how you feel right now. So 17, goodness. Yeah. Wow. What a long life. And so absolutely. May Penny be with Bast, on the bark of millions, shining with the sun. And something that I've noticed too, if you lose someone and then, sometime later you have a really pretty day and the sun comes out and it just feels kind of ethereal, how beautiful it is. That's them telling you that their spirit is free. Because I noticed that after Yotsuba died. So.
We lost our cat of about 16 years on last December. So
Yeah. So I guess Bast needed some reinforcements. But I'm sure that they're also going to tell Bast how good their people were. So. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Bastet in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chamenio endures. As the name of Ra in Yaket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Neith, O Heka, O Bastet. You have come in peace, O Yonatru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Neith, Heka, Bastet. May you go forth in peace, O Yonatru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. And by the way, sarcastic, I did see your question, half joking though it may have been, about when we're going to start ordaining. Working on that. I need to have a conversation with folks about what needs to be involved in teaching people in order to do that, and how long it should be, because a year and a day is what a lot of mainstream folks do, but
Which we will not do that just because they do.
right. That needs to be a discussion that we have about it. So don't think I haven't thought about it. It's I'm trying to get some other things done and out of the way so I'll be able to concentrate on that. The whole thing about life being anti-writing, believe me, I live that. So but as always, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you all for wishing Darren a happy birthday, and we're wishing happy birthdays to everyone else, like Mary Quipwood and Sarcastic, and anybody else that might be having one soon. So we love you guys, and as I said a few minutes ago, have a great week, a safe week, and we look forward to seeing you again next Friday.
Same cat time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, and more than some humans, absolutely. But I totally get that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and helping make this ritual so great. Because we couldn't do it without you. Have a safe week. See you next Friday. Ujjayi and Sanepti.